Hello everyone, are you ready for another adventure? It's me, Wookie, and I'm back with another fake Grand Order video, coming at you at a weird time because I'm super crazy busy with work. Tried to record this video last night, it went terribly, so that's why I'm here at a weird time, and if you're not used to my regular time, then this means nothing to you. What are we doing for today's video? For today's video, I'm going to be going over what's coming next month for Fake Grand Order, which we know this because JP is 2 years ahead of us. So we're going to take a look. Of course, we're not always one-to-one because as you can see here, this was their August, and in their August, that was where the Summer Festival happened. So we're going to be looking into September, and we should stabilize pretty soon just because we have to kind of get in line near December so that our events are always the same on November 1st, and then we start the cycle all over again. And if you're wondering why it's like this, it's because we have our anniversary at the beginning of July, but they have theirs closer to the end or August sometime. Like, they still haven't had their anniversary yet. So, with that out of the way, thank you very much for watching. As always, you can, if you want to show support for the channel, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what you're looking forward to. I'm going to assume most people are looking forward to resting, but let's get into the month. So, first off, what's currently going on is that the FGO Summer Festival is still going on, and it'll be here until August 7th. Depending on when you watch this video, the next thing that's going to be happening is going to be the rerun for the summon campaign. I already did a video talking about the units inside of it. It's a good batch of units. This should be here on the 30th, which would mean tomorrow at day roll. If you're someone, I think I get this question a decent amount. When I say the 30th, what do I mean? Do I mean midnight? I mean, no, it's usually at day roll. So it's not this day roll, it's next day roll. And if you're listening to this video later in the day, then you don't have to worry about any of that. But anyway, on this banner we'll feature Lady Avalon, Gareth, Ibuki Doji, Aris, Scotty, and Wuzatane, with the first banner being Lady Avalon and Gareth on the 30th, and then the 2 days later it's going to be Summer Ibuki and Aris, which would be on the 1st, and then 2 days after that is going to be Summer Scotty and Summer Wuzatane. So if you're looking forward to them, this is the next summer banner. Now next, so now we're into September, as you can see here. Excuse me if you can hear kids screaming in the background. It is summer and there is a pool outside my apartment, so if you heard those kids screaming, no kids are being hurt, I swear. They're just enjoying their summer. Anyway, Hunting Quest. The Hunting Quest started on September 1st, which you can see here, that's when this event ended before JP. So if it was going to follow the exact same timeline, that means when this ends on August 7th is when the Hunting Quest starts. And as far as the Hunting Quest goes, what happens in it is the following. If you don't know what Hunting Quests are, it's basically a bunch of ways to get a bunch of materials. If you need the materials, then you can grind them, but if you don't need them, at least it's something to use your daily stamina on for the time being. So Hunting Quests, this is what we can get from it. There's also a summoning campaign related to it. The login bonus, if you log in for 7 days, that's 7 golden apples. A bunch of Hunting Quest NPCs will be there as support, which as you can see here, it's likely going to be all the dudes that are going to be featured in banners upcoming. But also there'll be bond bonuses for a lot of those summer units as well. Besides just these, it's a lot of the summer units. It's basically all of them. It is all of them, except for the men. No men, sad. Support our summer men. Actually no, there is one summer man on here, never mind. And limited time master missions will also be here, and those will just include just beating the Hunting Quest on that day 3 times. So as long as you do that, you'll get a Stargazer's Teapot on the first clear, on the second clear 5 EXP, on the third clear 2 million QP, and yeah, this will happen for the entirety of it, so make sure to at least do the Hunting Quest 3 times if you want to get all the things here, because I know, at least for me, I'll always gladly take 2 million QP, it's not that bad. Limited time advanced quests APs will be 1, so all advanced quests will cost 1 AP instead of 5 for this event. So if you're also looking to get more advanced quest stuff going on, this is your chance to do that. Skeleton Hunt, I'll just quickly go over all the ones that are going to feature it. So first one will be Skeleton Hunt, which will be a bonus way to get bones and ice, permafrost ice. Next is the Merman Hunt, which is a good way to get the seashells and a bunch of Rider Gems. I forgot, for this one it's going to be Saber Gems. Also on all of these, permafrost is going to be a way to get them, and I think they all come from the Shark Pirates that drop them. Next is the Green Man Hunt, which will give you a chance of getting Tranquility Bells along with Spirit Roots, and like I said previously, the Permafrost Ice Crystals. Also, Caster Gems. I should also mention you get a bunch of QPs from this, so you get 1 million QP potentially as a drop. Mahanga Hunt, which is going to feature the eggs, the Permafrost Ice Crystals, the Stinger of Certain Death, and then Lancer Gems. And then for Chimera Hunt, it's going to be the Frost as Always, the Talon of Chaos, and Cerebral Fluid. That's not what it's called. The Magical Cerebrismal Spinal Fluid. Cerebrospinal Fluid. Okay, I should just call it the Fluid. Assassin Hunt is going to be the last one, and this one will feature the Permafrost as Always, Void Refuse, and Twilight Ceremonial Dagger, along with Assassin Gems and Assassin EXP and all that. So yeah, all these are kind of nice, decent ways to potentially get materials that you want, along with some QP and along with some EXP. I wouldn't go too crazy unless you badly needed a lot of the materials on display here, only because there is a raid coming up, and usually for QP sakes, most people like to prefer grinding raids or lottos. We still have a raid coming up later in the year and a lotto coming up later in the year, but if you have some bonus stamina, if you're like me and you have like 500 silver apples, you can probably spend a couple stamina on here and not worry too much about it. But if you're someone who's like all tied up in stamina, it's probably better to wait for the lotto or for the raid that's coming up. One is coming in December, the other one coming in November, I believe. So hold on to your stuff for that. And of course, the summoning campaign is going to feature all the summer units that were featured below. First banner will be Summer Okita Altar along with Corday and Anastasia and V. And then next will be Summer Kama and Summer Canis. And then next will be, after them, Summer Kiara, Ilya, and Brynhildr. And then a banner featuring Summer Abby, Summer Tomoe, and Murasaki Shikabu. And then just a banner that features BB. You don't need any of the other 4 stars that came with BB. It's just BB. No other unit on there but BB. BB is all you need. So these will be coming up. Just in case you were wondering, hey, are all the summer banners done? No, they'll find ways to get your other ones if you want. Just in case you're someone who like was able to escape summer and you're like, well, at least these aren't coming up. These dudes will be here. Okay, next. After that will be Ordeal Call Campaign Part 2, which is them getting ready for the next Ordeal Call. I won't mention it just too much, but inside the special quest release, I won't say who we're fighting just because this does pertain to a spoiler of sorts. But there is going to be a multi-party special battle where you'll be fighting a specific person. So keep that in mind. If you're caught up to the story, that's when this will be introduced. The main info for this is just adding some new Ordeal Call free quests and challenge quests, new class scores mission tabs, an extra tab, limited time master missions, which you can get St. Quartz and stuff like that, along with 5 EXP and a lot of the Stellar Sand. A class rotated Great and Super Suck chance during this. So on the first day it'll be Saber, we'll get the 2 times Great and Super Suck chance. And then the next day it's Archer, then the next day it's Berserker, Alter Ego, Assassin, Rider, Caster, Lancer, and then ending it off with Saber again. For limited time, Arc 1 and Arc 2 main quest will be 1/4 AP. With Arc 1.5 Haikyuu, Trom, and main interlude not being eligible, someone most recently asked me, has Trom ever been eligible for any of this? And I think the answer is no. I tried looking ahead to see, like, has Trom ever had discounted stamina? I don't think it ever has. Feel free to let me know, because I was actually kind of curious. I really did go looking for it. I know there was a time where Haikyuu was half discounted at some point, but I don't think I've ever seen that for Trom. And then after this campaign ends, main quests from Arc 1 and Arc 2 will revert back to their permanent half state. And then a game update, the shortcut button will be added to the main Ordeal Call chapter area. I still have to catch up on this chapter. I know, don't worry if you were watching me, if you were one of the 50 people who were watching me go through the Ordeal Call, I haven't forgotten. It's just that I've been busy with a lot of things, plus a lot of other videos that I have to kind of build in the background. It's tough out here when you have an actual job and then you also do this. It's a tough balancing act at times. There's also going to be a summoning campaign related to this one, which will feature Muramasa, Domin, and Rasputin, which you can see here. Rasputin will be first, followed by Muramasa, and then finally Domin. So if you were wondering, hey, where's the men? Here's some men. 3 good men that constantly show up to each other. Okay, well, I don't want to call Domin a good man. He's first of all, he's gender fluid, so he would actually be a they. So 2 good men and a dude. Dude's gender neutral to me. It's okay. I should stop talking about this. People always get angry when I talk about this. Anyway, I was saying that Domin's an asshole was my endpoint here. Regardless of their pronouns, they're just kind of assholes. Very strong unit though, very good. I actually need to probably start getting them just because I now have Van Gogh. And you know who works really well with Van Gogh? Domin. So that is the Ordeal Call Campaign Part 2. And then next will be an Evocation Festival Part 4. Very simple as you can see so far. In Evocation Festival Part 4, that's when we're going to get Irisville, the Dress of Heaven, Chloe, Von Eisenberg, and Sieg. All the free-to-play ones will be added to the Evocation shop. Alongside them is going to be the same basic login bonus where you can get a bunch of evocation leaves and 10 Saint Quartz, some limited time master missions where if you complete all of them, you'll get a lore, 10 Saint Quartz, and 100 of the evocation leaves. Other campaigns that are always the ones that show up for these. The most nice of these being the ×2 gained when leveling up. So if you really want to get Eerie, Chloe, or Sieg to level 120, this is your best chance. Because during this campaign, it's crazy easy. I did this with Samba Quetz. Usually a level 120 would take me like months to complete. I completed that in like 3 days. It was awesome. I've never felt so powerful. And then the other things I'd always hear with it, 2 times great and super suck chance for leveling up servants, 1/2 QP cost for leveling up servants, 1/2 AP for all Ember gathering daily quests, 1/2 interlude and servant strengthening quests, bond points for them up 20%, and they also get a damage bonus on top of everything else. Irisville will be getting a new strengthening because she's definitely needed because she's a very old unit, so that's very nice. Especially, I think she still fits in the same niche of, hey, if you're ever in a fight, a challenge quest that could use her abilities, she's really good. That has not changed. Otherwise, you really don't typically use her for much, which is a shame because I think her gimmick of giving everyone guts is really good. It's just like very rarely do you ever need it. And then permanent new extra master missions, which are just clear Avalon Lefay, the first half, the second half, and then the coronation. And you'll get 500 evocation leaves for each. Summoning campaign, which will feature in the year 2025, and a Saber and Emiya Assassin banner, an Ilya and Miyu banner, that one's not too off, but a Jean and Siegfried banner. So the first banner will be Saber and Emiya Assassin, followed by Ilya and Miyu, and then finally Jean and Siegfried. I can't believe that they found a way to get Jean and Siegfried on a banner. It's just funny. It is very funny. To be fair, all these banners are kind of funny, but considering a lot of these free-to-play units are very old, I guess it makes sense. But I will say, for Sieg, at least in Sieg's case, like for his event, his banner SSR was not Gene. But whatever, you know what? They're doing what they went more lore accurate than they went like event accurate, but it's fine. And that's Evocation Festival Part 4. So we're likely not getting this, but we are still going to get the Tainsain Quartz that came from it. This is the Kyoma 2023 Exhibition Commemoration Campaign. The reason we're not getting this is because obviously we're not doing this event, but we will get something akin to this just because this is where they previewed the upcoming event. They're going to show future event previews, and that's likely what they'll still be doing it there. They'll just call it something else, and that'll be perfectly fine. It will be a way for them to give us 10 Saint Quartz, along with telling us probably the roadmap for the rest of the year. A summoning campaign will also be featured, which will have Benienma, Ibuki Doji, the Saber one, and Minamoto no Tomatoma, which you can see here. Benienma's first, and then followed up as Tomatoma, and then Saber Ibuki. It's always funny that they use the adult one in this little picture here, but it's clearly young Ibuki right here. Yeah, they'll find something else. It won't be called this, but we'll likely get this, just because it has 10 Saint Quartz, and they usually find a way to make it back to us. And then finally, this is the last thing that's going to be talked about, just because we're not getting the Fate Samurai release campaign, because that game released for us over 2 years ago. I still need to beat that game, as a good reminder, just especially with all the things coming up. I need to find time to beat that. But anyway, the Wandjina World Tour, which is going to feature everyone's favorite and only Australian servant, the Wandjina, in an event that is crazy easy. If you look at this event, I have to talk about this later, so I won't spend too much time. You don't do anything besides you just play the event. There's nothing, you play the event and you wait for the final free quest on the final days, which will go here. Very easy to kind of do quest, which thank you very much for that. But yeah, this will feature the Wandjina, which is a foreigner who works very well with Van Gogh from what I was told, so I'll be looking forward to that. And is also very cute, and shoutouts to anyone who can remember the controversy of Wandjina when they were released, where everyone got to learn a little bit more about Australian culture and about what the Wandjina were and what a lot of the ongoing thing of like, hey, you're not supposed to depict the Wandjina as anything. The tribes make it actually, they ask you not to do that. And then there's younger people from those tribes saying, hey, actually, I want to speak out and say specifically those rules that they put in place. We're not saying that we fully agree with them. We would also like our culture to be shared. It was a very interesting controversy that was, I guess not really a controversy. It was more like, hey, I don't think you should depict this, and then we had people from the tribe speaking up, going like, hey, the ones who really are for that are kind of the older people, but it's as someone of the younger tribe, it would be, of someone who is younger and from this culture, it would be nice if more people understood what our things were and stuff like that. Very cool. Yeah, very cool. And the only thing you need to know is that you need to clear Fuyuki to participate in the event, but it will spoil Tunguska for you. And that is it for this month in FGO. Very easy, which is why I was able to blaze through it, because I was like, there's no reason for me to spend 20 minutes on this. I think it's going to be a very easy month, especially with the current crazy month that we're going on with summer, which we are still going to be doing while we're in August. It's going to be nice to have a kind of like slow down a little bit. Only one really big event, but there's going to be some other stuff to grind, which is going to be fine because in October we'll have the Grail Front, which shouldn't be too much of a grind, but that's going to be the main event there. But then November is where the raid comes in with Gouda Gouda, and then in December we'll have the Lotto and Christmas, no unit though, so this will be the last new units of the year. And then everyone kind of prepares for New Year's and the incoming Fate Samurai collab, and even more dangerous, 2026, which will be the year of the collab for us, wherein, if you are unaware, that's where all the collabs happened in FGO. For them, it happened in 2024, but for us, it's going to happen in 2026, and it's going to be a crazy-ass month, which is why I started saving all my summon tickets for Spacerish Gagal a long time ago. But anyway, that's the end of the video, everyone. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully, the thing I always fear about releasing these videos around this time is that it's going to be invalidated the second the login happens and they release something new that I couldn't talk about, which is going to be very annoying. But hopefully it doesn't happen. But thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you all very much. I wish you all the best of luck. And now I need to go prepare this for upload and then see how much, if I can take a break before work starts again. Till next time, everyone, I wish you all the best of luck. See you later. Peace out. Bye-bye.